has to compromise now and then. Okay, this is where we're at. So I'm going to take 1 clove for the emergency garlic flavor.
Not a board. That's kind of what you do.
Just smash it up a little bit. Make it nice and small now. If I'm doing this, this is the 911 Chef 911 emergency to get garlic flavor into the dish. I'm going to make it as small as I can, and that way it'll all but disappear into the dish. I'm not going to have this raw garlic flavor in someone's mouth.
So probably make a paste. With a clove of garlic and a knife.
Yep. Yeah, you just mash it down. And when I get it fine like this, you can just take it, get it together, and just kind of smash it again.
That's it, just like that. I get it. 911 garlic flavor.
That's it. You know, you gotta add it in when you gotta do it. You know. So this is so small that it's virtually going to just disappear into the dish, but you'll get lots of flavor out of it. My hands are clean, by the way. I know we're in the age of rubber gloves, but I promise you my hands are washed.
Rubber gloves. Although my grandmother lived to like almost 100, she never put a glove on.
People don't even before they throw everything in the jar. Now you know what I'll do, just never sit.
No.
That's right, I love watching Lydia, you know, she uses her hands.
Yeah, right.
Just so I can get the heat out of this. I'm going to turn this in.
Oh
here.
boy, that smells good. Doesn't that smell good?
That's awesome.
And I'm drying out just a little bit, and my pasta is going to steal some moisture, so I'm just going to give it a little fresh water.
Well, I'm just curious, James, why wouldn't you add more wine instead of the water?
At this point, I'm afraid that the alcohol might make it bitter. So if I was, if I was really boiling mad, I would say, okay, I'd probably get away with it. The alcohol would come out of it. But I don't know if I'm going to achieve that kind of heat again, because I added the pasta, which is, my own little thing that I did, my mistake or whatever you want to call it. But now that I've done that, I've really brought the temperature down. So if I was still in the shrimp and it was bubbling a lot, yeah, you could add a second hit of wine. But that's the only thing, wine with that alcohol in it, that raw wine really makes it bitter.
Or how about more chicken stock instead of water?
You could have, if you want that flavor in there. Yeah, water's just an extender. Remember, like the whole thing that we're doing with recipes in general is you're constantly concentrating flavors. That's really our goal with cooking. You're taking foods that have moisture in them and lots of natural flavors like vegetables. Whether we're grilling it or we're cooking it or roasting it, you're drawing the moisture out of it, concentrating the flavors, and then adding something else into it, whether it's basil or salt. So those will really complement. Like a zucchini is very full of moisture, but really it's very flavorful when we roast it. We turn a little oil, salt, pepper, maybe a little basil, and we roast it. The reason there's so much flavor in it is because we've drawn water out of it. So that's always your, water is your friend in cooking too. Don't think it's not, it's there to help
me. But okay, I'll listen to you. You're a chef.
Well, just something, you know what I mean? It's if you're afraid of like diluting flavors and stuff like that, I understand what you're saying. You just have to be, you're right, you have to kind of be sparing with
stock. Like my son, my wife put water in something, and I said, what do you? Oh, I made pasta fava. Fava beans. And she said, what are you putting in? What is that? I said, it's chicken stock. She said, well, you didn't put a little water in there.